So I've been following QANX for a while. Um, I have a little bit. So I have I have skin in the game. I'm not. Whereas before I didn't have any skin in the game. Now I've got a little bit of skin in the game. So I'm very interested to see this do well. And naturally, whereas before I was making videos on QANX and it was doing well, and I had no position for some stupid reason. Now I've kind of like I'm still bullish. Nothing's changed. I was bullish before. I just didn't have any skin in the game. Now I have a little bit of skin in the game, and so therefore I'm interested to see how this performs. All right. And for anyone who has no idea about QANX, this was a hack. Yeah. So on this chart, you can see that this was a hack, and then what happened was that obviously the hack was repaired, and the value loss was returned at 1-to-1 basis, and that's why this dropped, and that's why this this went back up. Okay, so and it went back up higher than it dropped. So I think that gave the market a significant amount of confidence in the project, because not only was it hacked, which happens, you know, this is all new emerging technologies. It's all an innovation, and naturally bugs can be exploited, are exploited, and they have to be repaired quickly. It was repaired quickly, and then it was returned. The value was returned, and what you had is you had some Emirati investors or something come on board and invest big in this project. So there's a lot of it's very bullish. It's a quantum proof layer one. Effectively, the technology is meant to be quantum proof, quantum computing proof. I don't know, I'm not technical when it comes to all of that, so I don't know how it works. But you know, who knows? Is it a gimmick? Who knows? It could be. Or it could be the next big thing. So what's interesting, I'm using Gate.io here, and actually I'm just thinking to myself, maybe I should use a different chart, because I haven't looked at it in a while. Altcoin Dreaming saying, I remember looking at QANX after it recovered from the bridge hack. Yeah. And I'm hopefully pronouncing it right, because in the past I used to call it QANX, but I know it's not QANX, it's QANX. Coin Gecko market cap. Let's have a look at one of them. Let's see if there's any see what the markets are like here. Volume. So most of the volume at the moment is on Pancake Swamp. I don't know why. Uniswap and then Gate is a measly third. So the volume has dropped a lot. Has dropped a lot. No perpetuals. Gate has I'm gonna do Gate. I'm gonna continue using Gate. I'm going to ignore the other two. I'm not going to bother chart DEX volume, because DEX volume is mostly market buying and selling. I don't like that. I want to see where limit orders are placed. But I mean, just out of curiosity, I will just quickly have a look at the other two. I'm just going to have a look anyway, just out of curiosity, to see what they look like. It's not even there, is it? It's only Bitmark, so it's pointless. Right, I don't know why I've got all of this stuff, so let me just hide all this stuff. I had a trade plan here. Look, I'm going to hide it. My elite waves. I'm just going to have a look at it with the candles, with the basic structure here. I'm going to go to a higher time frame. Just have a look at this and see what I see. Let's have a look. I'm just going to go to the higher time frame. It's hard because you've got this hacker and it kind of messes up with. But look, this is quite interesting. Look, it went up. It front run the yearly level there. That's a front run, but it's technically it's a hit. It got so close. It was front run. It was front run, but technically it's a hit. Do I have my levels here? yearly level. I've got the yearly level there. See that? I'm going to have to look at these levels again. All-time lows there as well. Yearly level. Where's the all-time high? Let me just have a look at here and see what the all-time high is. Almost 2 years ago. Let me just get it here. Just kind of see where it is. Okay, that's the all-time high. Just go and have a look at all of these time frames. Let me just update this. I just wanted to have a look at these candles as well. So back into the monthly. So I haven't updated these in a while. But what's interesting is, so look, so I'm just commentating a little bit. And actually what I want to do is just hide all of these dailies, just so you can see what I'm seeing. Because I just want to commentate on the price action first. So we had this monthly level here, and you see how the price 3 months ago came and kind of hit it. That was from this level. I didn't update that level because actually the monthly level update is updated to here, so I didn't update it. So actually that's a little bit of a front run of that monthly level, and this is a previous monthly level. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. Sorry, I'm working a little bit slower today. We'll get rid of this monthly level, and then we'll just kind of just update these to the correct places. So that's the monthly. Let's go to the weekly. Let's just get rid of all of these. Actually, they're old levels. I should have just got rid of all of them, to be honest with you. Got a green week potentially. There was a news announcement. So do you see this candle with this wick? That was a news announcement. There's some kind of partnership, I think, with Linux. I'll have a look on their X page in a second. So this is interesting. It went up, it tapped that weekly, cleared the liquidity from that weekly, tapped that weekly, cleared the liquidity from that weekly level, and that's an almost, I would consider that as a hit. Even though it didn't hit, it hit. I would say that's a hit. So I would consider those as cleared. You've cleared the liquidity from all 3 of those levels in that one move. That's kind of what you want, because if we go up again, it's going to be a fast ride. Yeah, you've already taken the liquidity. Effectively, you're clearing trapped liquidity. Anyone who was trapped would have set limit orders to exit at break even, and as the price went up, they got filled and they exited at break even and went all the way up. Would have liked higher volume, but I mean, that's fine. It doesn't matter really. So you've got this potentially, if this is a green week, we don't know yet, but I'm just kind of putting it here. And then I'd say these 2 are cleared, and then you've got that monthly and that weekly. So that's the next big resistance area. And then this is the question. I think that that yearly was hit on the yearly time frame. It looks hit. But actually, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't hit. Maybe it needed to go higher. So it was front one, but it wasn't hit. because actually looking at it now, you can see that there was still quite a distance. And then lower down, again, still looking at weekly time frame. That weekly, again, it's slightly front run her. I'm not going to ignore the price action down there. Gosh, nice daily level up there. Mark that. Yeah, that's a really strong resistance all the way up at 12 cents. Still. You've got like 3 levels together, yearly, daily, weekly. Right. I've got this SR flip here. I'll have to have a look at that in a second. See why I did that. So my original EW count was like this. Let me pull up. Got a lot of stuff. I'm just going to delete them. Have a look at that GAN fan. Delete that now. Volume levels. I have to have a look at that. What's that parallel channel? This is interesting. This is quite interesting. I'll have to have a look at that. You have the launch price. What's that? Let's get rid of that. That is gone. Okay. It's a bit trickier because you've got this hack. So again, you know, no one can predict the future, right? So at the time, we were contemplating some kind of wave 1 here, some kind of wave 2 here with a higher low, which would not invalidate 0 to 1, and then another 5 wave 3 here, yeah, to do 3 here. And then at the time, remember I was saying, for this structure to be valid, you can't lose the top of the 1. Okay, the price came in twice and it bounced, bounce, and then this is where you lost it. You see that? That invalidates the idea of 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what you want to see. 5 waves. And then you can have a higher time frame ABC type correction. As long as you don't take the starting point, which is the 0, you can have your next 5 waves, which would have been wave 3. That's kind of what we were looking at the time. This happens a lot, yeah. You have an initial kind of impulsive move which has 5 waves, or looks like it could have 5 waves, and then you have another 5 waves, and so it looks like it could be the wave 3, but actually you lose the top of the 1 and you realize that, wait a minute, it wasn't. Yeah, so this wasn't some kind of wave 1, and then you're thinking to yourself, well, actually maybe that's your wave 1. Okay, it happens a lot, and that's why the wave 3 is always the best one. Yeah, because you know the wave, after you see the first impulse, most people trade the wave 3 and they're not even bothered about the 5. The 3 is the best one because you know the 3 is going to happen, whereas the 5, it doesn't always happen, and then actually you end up losing the top of the 1. And so based on that theory, this is the one. and you have a corrective 2, and we're looking for a 3. So again, 3 is the best one if that's how this works. And the condition for this to impulse for a wave 3 is that we don't take the lows here. We can't take the lows. If you take the lows out here, you've invalidated this whole impulsive move. It just becomes invalidated. Yeah. And you're no longer looking for a wave 3, you're looking for a wave 1. But God knows when that could happen. You could then, you know, if we were to suddenly go down here, take out that low, you're probably going much lower, probably, because that invalidates the idea, and people were just looking for a new impulsive move to they want to see it first. Okay. You could always impulse there, that would invalidate that, but you're just looking at a wave 1, you're not looking at a wave 3. Wave 3s are considered the most bullish, right? And so now we're looking at potentially a wave 3. I'm kind of ignoring all this stuff that happened before. It's really hard to do anything with it because of the hack. You know, is that impulsive? Is that, you know, who knows? I'm just doing it based on what I can see after the hack. That's what I've always said. Okay, so again, with the volume profile, it's quite difficult to do it, because if I take the whole volume, I mean, maybe you can take the whole volume, maybe you should, maybe this token's been trading enough, maybe the hack is irrelevant now, because we've put in so much time and volume after the hack that maybe the volume doesn't care about the hack anymore. Let's have a look. Well, naturally you can see the point of control doesn't care about the hack. You see that? So the overall volume and the point of control of the volume after the hack coincide. So the point of control is correct before and after and in total. So it's a very important level, the point of control. And so let me just mark that off now. I've probably marked it off in the past, but let me just compare it with previous data that I had. You see, look, this is quite interesting. So in the past, I just considered post-hack data, and it was the value at the current price at where the current price is was the value area high, whereas now it's become the point of control. You see that? So let's just go with, for the time being, let me just go with the whole data. That's the value area high. That's the point of control. And you see the point of control I've got marked here is the value area low. Okay. And then what I'll also do is create 2 more levels, which is going to be post-hack levels. Just going to rename them post-hack. Post-hack value area high. It's good to have a reference, you know, post-hack value area. It's just so we can see how the volume is impacting the value area, and then you can just get rid of these. You can also see that there's a high volume node at the post-hack value area low. See that? And then obviously the value area low has quite large volume too. So that's kind of your volume levels for the range, for the entire range. Let me just put those. So it's good to update these things. And because I've done it in the past, it makes it a lot easier to see what's happening with this token. Yeah, like it's a story unfolding, isn't it? And it just helps. It helps to see what's going on. So that's kind of where we're at now. And we've got this impulsive 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. I don't know what that is at the top, but it could, I mean, it could be, the 3 could be to there. Like, come on, I'm not really nitpicking here. It could be like that. I'm not really nitpicking here. It's just whatever. Just, you can see that there's 5 waves in that impulsive wave. I'm not really nitpicking, but I did do this trade analysis, this trade plan. Look, you see that? And while we were coming down, I did make a video about my target. Yeah, so I did that. And actually it was, I think it was correct. And I haven't looked at it since. And that was just kind of for trading or for traders, if anyone was interested. Let me just see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it and see. I can't remember what I wrote, what I said. I think it was here. When was it? 4 months ago. Control up. So you effectively see that? So I had it kind of. Let me zoom in. I can't. I don't want to listen to myself. You're buying the point of control. So look, we were at 0.0368 thereabouts, and I was looking for a reaction at this high volume node at 0.2903, yeah, for a trade. Okay, so that's what I did. That was 4 months ago. I haven't done QANX since. Okay, and you can see there was a reaction. Yeah, you can see we were at 0.03. We were kind of there, and we were like, I was tracking this, and we had a reaction at the point of control. Initially, we had a reaction here, and then it kind of went up to there. Okay, so that was, I think that was correct in the sense that that was the end of that first corrective move. It was very bizarre how I did this, but it actually did work, didn't it? It kind of worked. And since that area that we dropped to here, what you've noticed that the price hasn't gone anywhere. So in hindsight is 2020, but inadvertently I called the end of this down move. Yeah, obviously I didn't plan to call the end. I didn't say this is going to be the end of this down move, but in effect I did call the end. And since it came to the point of control, look what's happened. The price has just gone sideways. Yeah, so that's what's happened since I did that video. That was 4 months ago, and here we are. Look, we're here. Point of control has obviously been this level that I marked out, this high volume node, which is now the point of control, was a very important level which I marked out in my videos 4 months ago. All right, now what's happening now? Well, I'm not going to get rid of this information because I think it was quite relevant. Altcoin Dreaming has actually posted a chart. I'm going to have a look at his charts because he's quite a smart guy. I'm not gonna say no to a little help. So let me just pull it up first on my other screen, because I hated this YouTube pop-up. It's so annoying. Oh, there it is. It hasn't YouTube popped up. Oh, yeah, so he's kind of done what I've done. He's ignored the pre-hack data. Yeah, weekly, daily, golden pocket down there. Weekly, monthly, daily. Okay, perfect. Just ignore all of that data. And he has most likely target daily plus weekly plus monthly plus value area low, right? So that's quite interesting. So that's someone's bias, and I just want to see if that is true. So that would be the post-hack value area low. Let me pull up my higher time frame levels. Yeah, weekly, monthly. There's probably a daily there too. And the value area low, correct. And then what other level did you have there? No, just daily, weekly, monthly, and value area low. You have a golden pocket much lower. You're still looking for a higher low. So I think this is really important. I think people need to be aware of this. We need a higher low here. And this is the low of the initial impulse here. Yeah. So under no circumstances do I want the price, whatever happens in the future, to take out that low. I don't want that to happen. If I see that, I'd be very unhappy, because I'm trading the wave 3 here. I want to the wave 3 is the most bullish, and no one knows exactly when the low is going to be and how it's going to be. But if you take out the low here, you might get an impulsive wave one. But what actually happens is if you, and I just want to explain this so people understand what happens. Yeah. If you just, this is the wave one. This is the wave one, as far as I'm concerned. And if you take out this pivot low, this is the 0 point, you've invalidated this wave one. And you'll probably still get an impulsive move. I'm not saying you're not going to get an impulsive move. You probably will. You get an impulsive move. But this is no longer your wave one. This impulse becomes your wave one. And what usually happens is that it will only go as far as whatever, the golden pocket, or maybe even the high here. And that will be your wave one. So you'll get kind of a measly, like a Mert wave, compared to what you would if you hold a high low here for an impulsive move. Yeah. So if we get an impulsive move without taking out the low, if we hold the low here and we get an impulsive move, then we're no longer looking at a M wave. We're looking at a mofo wave, a lovely wave. That's what we want. We want to see a really impulsive wave like that, to take out the higher there and go into higher prices. That's what we want to see. That's really what everyone wants to see with QANX. And the condition is that we hold a higher low here. I'm not saying no one knows when this is going to begin, but I think Altcoin Dreaming is right. This level here has to hold. If we go down, this level has to hold. But right now what I'm seeing is that the point of control is acting as resistance. You can see it. You can see it. Resistance, 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 resistance. You can see it. So I'm not selling. I've got a spot position. I'm not messing about with my position. I'm not trading this right now on the lower time frame, just because I think we could probably go lower. I'm not selling and trying to buy back lower. Another 23%. I'm not really fussed about whether I'm 23% from the low. Okay, that's not how I play this game. Yeah, because I'm holding spot for a higher time frame trade. Okay, if we put in a low here and take out this pivot, my targets change. That's all. I still think we're going to have an impulsive move. My targets change. Okay, but I'm not messing about with trading the lows. People can if they want to, and they should if they're confident enough to do that. If you want to scalp this and scalp the movements, that's fine. But the reality is that we need to flip the point of control back into support. Like, we're not really going to go up until we can flip it back into support. After we flip it back into support, we need to flip this post-hack value area high into support. And that's really important, because then you're flipping the whole of the value area into support. That's the value area. The price, this isn't going to move until you do that. It's just not. Okay. And then as even that, you see how the price went up and it was just sold into immediately. That's really impulsive here. So don't think that this could be your first impulsive move. Like, I'm not saying that we're going down, because this is quite impulsive. It's quite impulsive, but again, you have conditions with Elliott waves. You have conditions. Let's just say hypothetically this is your first wave impulse. Let me just get rid of these brush strokes. And you don't know, it could be, yeah, this could be your first wave impulse. Right up to there. Then again, the condition here is that this 2 doesn't come underneath the 0, yeah? If that was your first wave impulse. I don't know if it is. I can't tell. But then you'd expect another mega wave now. And that would probably go all the way up to there, to there, to that. You know, that's what you'll be looking for. That was quite impulsive, wasn't it? So I've seen it before where you have a wick like that and that's your first wave, just like that. Yeah. But the condition here is that you don't take out the 0. If you take out the 0 here, then you're probably going down to test this level here. Okay. So we're in a bit of an indecisive moment as to what happens next. Hi, B. B is saying, hi, Amin. I see that your QANX live again. Thanks. No problem. Altcoin Dreaming is asking, maybe B can ask because B knows a lot about QANX. Is there somewhere I can see the usage data for testnet? And Shmoo Wave one was testnet run up, imagine mainnet with the partner ecosystem updates. Yeah, that's what we're imagining, huh? That's exactly right. We are imagining this. And so that's why I'm doing this. That's why I have some QANX. I'm not gonna miss out on this next move like I did before. But actually, I was waiting for the move. I was waiting for the first move. I like to catch the big move, and so I'm never in a rush to, especially now that I can see that we've kind of corrected and we're looking to finish this correction. So that could, like, this could be your wave one. I have no idea. The condition is you don't take out the low. At the moment, it's holding a low. At the moment, it's holding, and if we do take out this low, then this is probably, obviously that invalidates, and you're probably going down ahead, trying to get down to here. But really the best buy is here. So it doesn't matter how we go down. If you're looking to just put cheeky bids, then really put it down here at 0.02. That's literally the best place to buy. You can confidently buy that level. Yeah, confidently. You don't even have to worry about it, because that's such an important higher time frame level. You have the weekly, daily, monthly untapped liquidity that's at the value area low. If we do get a flash sale, that's where you want to place your bids. And also just bear in mind that if there's enough demand, you could just, it could be front run with a swing failure there, or this weekly level here that I've got marked out could hold the price. It all depends on liquidity and where people put their limit orders and how bullish people are. Okay, sometimes people don't put limit orders, they just wait for the price to move and then decide. That's fine, then you'll get more of a wick down. But the reality is, from where we currently are down to the area, the best area to buy in the context of this range, it's about 25% lower. I'm not saying it's going to go there. Like, I can't predict the future. Okay, even though it looks like I have. I really can't. Yeah, it's all probabilities, it's all guesswork based on previous data. No one really knows what's going to happen. Yeah, tomorrow they can announce some crazy shit and you'll see the price of this token right above there. It's possible. They can announce some kind of partnership with the Emirati Wealth Fund and we'll be up 10x in a day. It's possible. Like, no one really knows what's going to happen. So that's why it's good to just dollar cost average in, and also have a no touch spot position just in case you get those kind of moves, but not always have cheddar on the side. Always have some fiat on the side to continuously buy and accumulate at the right levels if the price goes down. I think that's the best strategy. If you're going to trade it, then you just wait for the best opportunities and you take your profit. And if you're not going to trade it, you're just going to spot hold it, then, you know, we look at this. We've been consolidating in this range now ever since we came here for how many months? Since June. And look at where we are. Yeah, so ignore the post-hack value area and just look at this current range. Look at this current range. So I've just drawn it now from where we entered here at this candle here, and look at where we are. We're above this local range. We're above the point of control. We're in the value area of this local range. We're just like it's like a consolidation. It's like an accumulation, potentially an accumulation pattern, potentially a Wyckoff accumulation pattern, isn't it? Potentially. Let me just read these comments. Altcoin Dreaming saying, I found it. He's posted it in the live chat. https://testnet.qanscan, canscan with a QAN scan.com / Shamu is saying, for your information, testnet was down for a while for public. They had been focusing on specific use cases while with partners in the background and modifying based on that feedback pre-QANX team. Shmoo is saying they're much more business and enterprise focused than retail per QANX team. Correction. S is saying if it goes down to 0.02 now, something went really wrong, especially with all the announcements that just came in ends up coming, especially right a few months pre-minute. Well, look, Israel attacking Iran is a consideration. Let's just be honest. Yeah, people panic sell with world news events like that. Yeah, and so they've announced that they're going to attack Iran before November the 5th. I'm not saying it's going to happen. No one knows. No one has any idea. No one knows the impact of what they're going to do and how it's going to be done, and how the market's going to react. And America has said that they don't want, or they've agreed with Israel that they won't attack Iran's oil infrastructure or nuclear sites. So it could be just for tit for tat, and if it's weaker than Iran's attack, then maybe Iran won't retaliate. If it's greater, then maybe Iran is going to retaliate. This is the situation we're in. So when you say something wrong with QANX, no, nothing's wrong with QANX. Everything is wrong with the world. The world is falling apart. That's really, if you get a flash down, it's probably because of something like that, and that's would be just really a good opportunity to buy. And in hindsight, we'll be looking at this chart and we're going, wow, I wish I could have bought some at that level. Okay, maybe I will, maybe I will sell some of the tokens and just go all in with at QANX at the right price. I'm looking at it now. I'm actually thinking about buying some more, just because I don't really care. 25% down, I'm not really fussed about that, because I'm bullish on this. I'm bullish on QANX, right? So I'm like you guys, we're in it together. And I'm a latecomer. B made me into a believer, so you can thank him for getting me on board. All right, so let me just have a look at my, I called it trade plan. But let me just get rid of these. Let me just have a look at that, because I'm interested in what I did before. I said something like that. It's amazing. It bounced at the right time, at the right place, isn't it? It's amazing how that works sometimes. I don't know this, so I don't know how this works. C A B C A B C C A B C. I'm just messing around. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes I like to mess about. No. I'm wondering if this is the first impulse, to be honest with you. I am wondering. I don't know. Or not. Because then you're still going down. Because then you're still going down. If you're going down to there, to there, to there. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just messing about. No, I don't like it. All right. Sometimes it's fun to do things, and sometimes it doesn't work out. All right, maybe I got lucky. I've got lucky a few times, so whatever. QANX has been in this range for a while. Quite a few major political events happened during that consolidation range. It didn't touch. Yeah, it's true. It's very unlikely. I'd be a buyer, but it's unrealistic. Yeah, thanks, Shmoo. All right. So let's just look at the current price range. We're in this range. It's bullish because we're above the value, the point of control. It's not bearish because we're underneath the point of control, but we are underneath the overall range point of control here. So we're kind of, the price is trapped, isn't it? We're trapped. The price at the moment is trapped. I'm just looking at market structure actually, and I can see that we're still in bearish market structure. I just want you to be aware of that. And we haven't changed to bullish market structure yet. After we had this downtrend, low lows, lower highs, lower lows. That was a higher high, but then we put in a lower low, so this lower high is invalidated, that lower low is invalidated, lower high, lower low, lower, and that's kind of where we are. Oh, actually, my bad. So that's your higher high. So this is interesting. All right, so this is actually really interesting. So this is your higher high, isn't it? So we've done the first thing we needed to do to change market structure. And I'm looking at the daily time frame. That's your higher high. This is your lower low. Just going to label them so it's easy to see. That's your lower high. And then you have a lower low there. Right. So just to see the market structure, that was your lower high. We took it out with that wick. And technically, to change this to bullish daily market structure, we need to take out that higher high there. That's what needs to happen. So this now, if it goes up, takes out that high, this whole thing, the market structure here becomes bullish. At the moment, we're still in bearish market structure, but we've done the first thing that's required for a change of market structure, which is a higher high. And going down and taking out this lower low, yeah, would be quite bearish, huh? Would be quite bearish to do that, because you're putting in a lower low after putting in a higher high. That then becomes your lower high. You have a really wide range if that happens. I agree with you. I don't know if we're going to hit this level, even though Altcoin Dreaming says that's the place to buy. At the moment, we've put in a higher high. We haven't hit this. We're holding this weekly level here. We've got an untapped weekly level here, and we're above the local range point of control. I don't know if we are going to go down, to be honest. So you might be right. You might be right. No one really knows. Is that legit higher high or a glitch? I think it's legit, because when I look at QANX, it was that announcement. I remember when it happened. I looked at it and I was like, damn, I should have sold. I mean, take profit. Grand platform, isn't it? Oh look, they got a 2 hours ago, they got this release. Quant platform and Cointelegraph Accelerator announced their strategic plan. This is quite bullish, huh? I didn't even see that. These accelerators are really good. This is it. Quant Platform has joined the Linux Foundation and is now part of the Post-Quantum Cryptography Alliance, a collaborative initiative of industry leaders focused on protecting digital infrastructures from future quantum threats. So when that happened, you had a market buy. Why would that not be a high high? It was the price of this token was bought up all the way up to 0.74. That wasn't a glitch. That was just someone, I don't give a shit, I'm going to buy it. And they bought all the way up to there. So they were happy to buy up to that level. That's what higher high means, isn't it? Is the willingness of the market to buy at higher prices. Look, and it was, if you look at a closer time frame, it was brought up, and then naturally other people took that was, you see, that was a buy. The same person didn't sell. This is other people selling. So other people who are accumulating at this lower range took profit. Yeah, they took profit, and it just fell back into the same place, which is fine, which is normal. Yeah, I don't think that's bearish at all. I think that's bullish. So I don't see why that wouldn't be a high high, personally. Okay, Altcoin Dreaming is putting everything into perspective. He's saying the wick is due to low liquidity. It is due to low liquidity, but the reality is someone bought at market. That's the point. Someone was willing to buy at market. They didn't care. They just bought at market. They were like, market buy. That's what creates higher highs. And so it is low liquidity. You're absolutely right. But then you could argue, anyway, it's I think it's a subjective topic. Anyway, regardless of whether that's a higher high, whether you agree with me or not, I think it's still not a confirmation of change of into bullish market structure. So if that is a higher high, the confirmation of this structure changing to bullish would be to take that high out. If it doesn't happen, then maybe you could ignore it and we're just going into a lower low here. Yeah. If you do ignore it in that circumstance, let's just say we ignore it. Let's just say that's not a higher high. That's just what altcoin dreaming is saying. Then let's just say it's not. Then if we do put in a lower low here, then this becomes our lower high. And then to change market structure, let's just ignore that wick. Then you just have to take out that high. So from going here to putting a lower low, you have to go up there and you have to change market structure like that. I think once you change market structure, you're going to get a lot of, all of a sudden you get the whole market buying, aren't you? And you're going to get people not selling. People don't like to sell in when the market structure is bullish. I think I don't know, I think that's quite impulsive, personally. The volume here is significantly higher than the range. And the reality is you are looking at a low liquid environment. So the only way to accumulate larger positions are with accumulation patterns. Maybe this is an accumulation pattern too. So I'm just going to quickly have a look at that. And then I'll move on to something else. And so we like to always look at Wyckoff and see if there's any kind of Wyckoff. And again, it all depends on whether we head down to 0.02 or not. No one can predict the future. Excuse me. So this is the one that we're looking at. There's different schematics, aren't there? So the other schematic I'm looking at, let me have a look at it. It's the other schematic. Could that be? Like this one, SCST spring, is that the spring? And then we test. I don't know. What do you think? Ali Hash Slurf. It looks like it could be, I don't know. PS. Yeah, maybe. Look, potentially, like it's really hard. No one really knows what anything is. It's just all guesswork, isn't it? This went lower, huh? And here the STs are higher, so maybe not. You have an SOS. Is that the spring there? ST spring. Is that a spring? Spring. After the spring, the price just keeps on going up. Here it doesn't. So actually, maybe not. Maybe this is the ST. If it is, then this would be the STB. And you're looking at some LPSs here, potentially. And we it's hard to know, huh? It's hard to know. Going up, going down. It looks like an accumulation pattern, does it? But it's kind of not precise. And I think the confirmation will be to get back above this value area high. So if you suddenly see this kind of going up and reclaiming that value area high into support, then we're probably looking to go up like that. Probably that's kind of what I'm imagining. All right, so let's look out for that. We don't know if this is or not. It looks like it could be, but also just bear in mind that if we do go down, then the best place to buy is going to be 0.02, because you have a really strong support there. And then besides that, you could go down and take the liquidity from this pivot low as a swing failure. That would be perfectly good buy as well. A swing failure pattern of that low, if you're looking to trade it. But you know, if you do wick down, you could get, it could front run that level and just take out that low here and front run that level. So we have to see what happens. But I think this is looking quite bullish. All right. Any questions? Otherwise, I'm going to move on. That's my QANX update. Don't really have anything else to say. I'm just commenting on the price action. Let me have a look at the fib. Let me just do a fib pull as well, because I haven't done that. Oh, that's interesting. Look, so we are definitely stuck underneath this 236, aren't we? The golden pockets up there. I like honestly, even though it's low liquid or illiquid, I like that we've cleared the liquidity, at least on Gate IO, all the way up to there, because if we do decide to go up, we're going to go up really fast. Yeah, all of the liquidity is cleared, so all those level, there won't be any real resistance until we get back up there. Okay, so just be aware of that. If we decide to go up, this is going to go up really fast. Don't expect there to be much resistance on the way up, just because of this wick. This wick actually done us a lot of favors, and it'll be really bullish if we hold the higher low here, if we don't take out that pivot low. I think that'll be really bullish if we don't take that low out and just go up. All right, so let's see what happens. All right. And it's all really down to Bitcoin. We have to see what happens with Bitcoin. Yeah? All right, any questions? Otherwise, I'm going to move on. I did do something else in the past as well. Let me just see if I can do that now, if that changes things. Yeah, so the logic here is the hack didn't happen, and the price action post hack is just a continuation of pre-hack price action. I've done this before, and sometimes it works, and that's why I've done this kind of, I've copied it and I've joined it, and I've kind of ignored this the hack price action, the adjustment. And I remember I did this before, and I imagined some kind of inverse head and shoulders, and then we had a little bit of a breakout. You see, we had a little consolidation there. I remember when I did it, we were having this consolidation and then just broke out. S is saying Dex Tools, huh? I might have a look at Dex Tools. Why not? I'm just trying to think of something, actually. I don't know. No, it's not really. Yeah, no, I don't really know. Much cleaner. Okay, is it? You're saying it. S is saying it's cleaner, huh? So let's have a look at Dex tools. You'll probably want me to look at Pancake Swap, huh? Which one is it? Liquidity, liquidity, volume, volume. Probably the highest volume, so probably that one. Let's just search log for. Oh, Dex tools, not Dex screener. Okay. I don't know if there's much difference, to be honest with you. QANX will be the next Steve. Shit, if it's going to be the next Steve, I need to buy more. how much QANX do I have? Let's have a look. QANX. I need to check how much. It's going to be the next Steve. I need more. Or I need to have enough. I'm just checking quickly my portfolio. Do I have enough? No, I probably need more. Huh? If it's going to be the next Steve, I need more. All right. Sorry, I'm just laughing because we're just having fun, aren't we? Fuck, I hate this Dex shit. What the hell? How do people chart on these things? Why can't it be on TradingView? I mean, this is all post hack, right? It's all that's why you're saying it's cleaner, because you're just ignoring the hack. Yeah. So that's kind of what we've done, haven't, isn't it? That's kind of what this chart was, that Altcoin Dreaming has posted. Just ignore that first part and just analyze the second part. I like to do everything, you know. I like to analyze everything. I like to just mess about. I'm not really like, there's no right way if you get to the same result, but basically this is the correct chart, isn't it, from that candle onwards? So you can ignore the rest before it and just take it from here. But then if you're going to do that, everything changes. Yeah, so the all-time low is here, the all-time high is here. Yeah, that's your range. We've had one impulsive move. As long as we don't take out this low, that's your first wave, and we're kind of consolidating for correcting for a second wave, third wave. This is the second wave. And in terms of fib levels, it's from there to there. Yeah, so we've lost the golden pocket, and right now you can see that the golden pocket and the point of control, basically all of this area is acting as resistance. So whatever happens, we need to flip this area. to go up. There's no other way to go up. We'll see that. We'll see that when it happens, because it'll be quite easy to see. That's basically this. This is the chart, isn't it? This is the chart. You clear the top and you're effectively in price discovery, but we know that's not true, is it? Because we've got a little bit of consolidation range from the launch, when this token initially launched, here to here, and there's a little bit of trap liquidity. And I don't know if you're around when I was talking about this trap liquidity as we're approaching this level, and I said that this is going to act as resistance. And it's basically people who bought the token right at the beginning of the launch, and they've been underwater, they've experienced all of this price action, and then finally they can finally get out at break even. Yeah, and that's what they did. That's what they did. They after all of this price action, after how many years, the people who were trapped got out as they exited. And so we have this, but that's really bullish, because you've cleared the trap liquidity right up to that level there, and you have a little bit left, just a little bit of trap liquidity left there, not much, because the point of control has been hit. So even if it acts as resistance, the reality is that you've cleared most of the liquidity. Next time we go up, we should sail through it. Does that make sense? So you can't just ignore it, because that it's obviously acted as resistance in the past, because of the dynamics of how the market moves, and how and where the market can find support and resistance. Let me have a look at this chart post.